Well, hey there. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Good to see everybody out there. So thankful that you've spent this Sunday afternoon with us here at Farmers Alley Theater at home in our very first Broadway Trivia Night live. Thank you for being here. I am your humble host, Rob Weiner, Deputy Director here at Farmers Alley Theater. We've got some really cool stuff to go through tonight, and I really hope you want to get your theater trivia brain on, interact with us. If you want to interact with us and be in the comments, we would love to hear from you. And if you weren't here last week and you need to sign up again, we have a little link for you to go to. That is right at the bottom of my screen here. And just to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. It's just a little button you have to click to accept. And then we can see all your wonderful comments rolling in, because we're going to want to interact with you, answer some trivia questions with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you joined us last week for an epic Broadway battle, we're doing something a little different this week, but just as fun. So we hope you'll stick around for that. I do have three amazing contestants that are going to be joining me in just a second here. And we're sort of going to hope to do something like this every Sunday at 8 o'clock. Sort of give you some nice little theater entertainment, a little distraction, like you're hanging out with your theater friends. Because if you're anything like me, these days can get pretty tedious, and cabin fever is starting to set in. It's a real thing, with holidays like Easter and Passover coming up. We're used the next few weeks here where you're spending time with family. It's really a great way to interact with people. So thank you once again for joining us. We're going to got some really cool content pushing out in the next few weeks, including maybe some of our Does Anybody Have a Map Mothers, other different versions of Broadway battles, including some themed versions perhaps, one centered around Shakespeare maybe. His birthday's coming up this month, so a lot of cool things. So please continue to get updates here at Farmers Alley Theater's Facebook page. Now I want to introduce our three esteemed guests and contestants for the evening. My first guest I have known my entire life. He is our executive director and was the director of what was going to be our next show at Farmers Alley Theater before we unfortunately had to postpone due to the coronavirus, and that is Adam Weiner. Welcome, Adam.
That seems, I don't even know, that seems like a million
years ago. Yeah.
I can't even tell you. It's like yeah, sorry. No, it was forever and a day ago. I can't even remember what life was like when we could leave our house.
Yeah, and I remember it was a real, struggle for us to decide to do that. In retrospect now, obviously, with everything going on, we know that was sort of the right decision to make, but still it was a great show. I saw it right before, I saw one of the final rehearsals, and I know that we're looking forward to potentially bring that back once we get through all this.
Yeah, well, I'm in touch with the cast, and they're all doing well and send their best, and they're still looking at their scripts, so
well, good to know. Well, thank you, sir, for being here. We're going to have a lot of fun.
I'm ready.
Our second contestant, I would probably call the first lady of Farmers Alley Theater. She has been on our stage dozens of times with her angelic soprano voice, and that is Miss Denene Clutch.
Clutch.
Clutch, Clutch. Well, that sounds like a symptom that you might get. So, Denene, how are you doing?
I am here. I am clean. I did my hair.
Yes, the little victories, right? I showered today, so that was good. Try to do that every day. Have you been baking a lot?
I have been cooking more so than baking, because there's no yeast to be found anywhere. I thought I'd try, but no, I've been mostly just cooking. But I think I will try for the first time to make fresh pasta by myself. So we'll see if that works.
You've never made fresh pasta?
Only when I was a kid, when I was, very young with my parents. So I have my grandma's old pasta machine, and I've never used it by myself. So
you got to do it. That'll be fun.
Like the present,
Look for pictures.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to get pictures from our next guest, probably. Yeah. He loves to post pictures, and I know, again, it's taken us to the end of the intros to bring him in, so hope he's all right. And that is our artistic director, Jeremy Koch.
622, 23, 24, 25. 625. Q-tips. They really are. I've got a lot of time on my hands, and you got to fill it somehow. So who checks these things?
Make sure that when there's resistance, you stop, okay?
I've heard that before. I'm not sure why they say that, but I will remember it.
How have you been doing, Jer?
Well, as you can see, I'm going a little stir crazy. No, I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you.
Good.
We're growing our Corona beards, right?
You know it.
This is
Of course,
all
mine's a
for-
little grayer than yours, Adam, I have to say, and you, Rob. So
What's
don't
happening?
worry, I'm getting up there with you.
I'm only older by a year or
Distinguished.
two. That's
So
right.
the four founders of Farmers Alley Theater on one screen. Wow, what a world we live in. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. And again, if you'd like to comment and interact with our guests, please go to that little StreamYard link, streamyard.com/Facebook, and then we can see your wonderful comments here right before we get started. Before we get into the game portion, I just have a little icebreaker question for each of you. Maybe you've got some sort of recommendation for our audience at home. What are you watching, or any sort of theater content or anything like that? So Jeremy, I don't know if you've got anything you want to recommend to folks.
I'm somebody that usually puts long-term projects on the back burner. I've always sort of wanted to dabble in writing. So I've been trying to think of, ideas for, maybe a play, maybe a children's theater play. So look out for that. And then I thought it could be cool to write a song. So I kind of have a little bit of trying to keep the creative juices flowing that way.
I'm sure then that means you haven't watched any of Tiger King or Ozark.
How do you know? Have you been tapping into my home
your viewer
Wi-Fi?
history?
I may have mentioned it. Yes, we tend to watch very dark TV shows over here. We're watching Ozark and Little Fires Everywhere. But I can recommend, if you want to go food, a new season of Top Chef just started a couple weeks ago, and it's an all-stars Top Chef. So it's super fun on BravoTV.com.
I'm telling you, cooking shows have become my sports because there's no competition everywhere. It's like, but guys, Grocery Games has competition.
Mm-hmm.
So I would watch that. What about you, Adam? Anything to recommend to the viewers out there?
I tell you, this is the best. If we needed to be quarantined in our house at any time in the history of this country, there is no better time than right now, I think, in terms of like the amount of stuff that's out there that we can consume in popular culture. I mean, let's see, just in the past 48 hours, my wife and I, we've watched Kim's Convenience. A lot of people love that. A new season dropped the other day. Fun show, light show, just feels like comfort food. And then, what I showed Allison last night was the movie Midsummer.
Oh, okay.
On
it's a little dark.
Amazon Prime. Yeah. Have you guys seen that movie?
No.
Oh,
never heard of it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But a good movie.
All right. Well, good to know. Thank you for all those recommendations.
Hi, Whitney.
Again, if you want to join us and comment along with us, that's streamyard.com/Facebook, just to let Facebook know about you, and then we can see your comments, because I'm going to you next, audience, because I think it's time that we get this trivia night started.
Let's get it on.
Let the games begin. And audience, you can play along with us, because this is something where, Adam, Denene, and Jeremy won't be checking the comments constantly. This is something that's going to
what I'm
be.
doing.
We should be like playing for charity or something, playing for a.
Well, yes.
Even though we are a charity.
Yeah, funny you should mention that, because at the end of this broadcast, there'll be a link.
The winner of this contest between the three of you is going to receive, since I can't really give you a prize, but I'm going to dedicate something very personal in my house to one of you. It's whoever wins that. So FYI, there we go.
Thanks, Greg Louds. Let's hope you're right.
Greg's got money. Oh.
Let's hope you're right.
All right, well, let's see how she does in this first game. This first game is a game called Characters Welcome. And in this game, I'll start listing character names from a musical. And as soon as you know what the show is, just blurt it out. There are no penalties for wrong guesses. We'll just keep going until someone guesses correctly. I'm going to start, obviously, with lesser known characters and then build to the more known characters. Does that make sense to all of you?
Yes.
Yes,
right.
It does.
So again, there's
the answer to the first one, Star Mites.
Oh God, please no.
All right, next game. No pre-guesses. No, it's not Star Mites.
Okay.
But the first character in this musical is Meeks. That's the appropriate response. The next character, Marbles.
Does Dead Poet Society have a musical?
No, Meeks was a character. Good job.
Meeks was a character in LA Confidential, but that's not a musical.
All right, we've got Meeks. We've got Marbles. Next, Buttons. And no, not movie Buttons.
Peter Pan. No,
My next character, Mrs. Gribrock.
Matilda?
Oh, yeah. No?
No?
Robertson.
I don't know
These are
this.
classic musical characters, guys. I'm not sure why you haven't got this one yet. The next character is called Viper Executive.
Viper Executive.
Here's a character called Swiss Miss.
Swiss Miss.
Any ideas? Any guesses in the audience?
Good job,
let's give out
Rob.
this one. Aerialist.
Uriel.
Barnum.
That's a hint.
Barnum? No.
Yeah.
Craven the Hunter.
Hunger Games the musical.
Crazy.
Flash.
Spider-Man, Turn Off the Dark? No.
Correct.
Oh
No.
my God, I don't know.
Never
it.
saw it.
Good
Don't
job,
know it
Adam.
at all.
Wow.
Fine, one
Flash
for
is
Adam.
DC, though. It's not Marvel.
Really? Buttons is in.
Yeah, but it's Flash
Turn off-
Thompson.
Ah.
Emily Osborne was the next character. Then I had Arachne.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben, Mary Jane, Norman Osborn, and then Peter Parker.
There's
I
a
might have
character
known
named
it.
Nice.
Cut to Mary
in
Jane.
Spider-Man. Buttons.
I got this right off of IbDib. So,
If city limits.
you know, there's
Marvel.
IbDib
I'm
for
in
movies
trouble.
out there, but if you didn't know, IBDB is the Internet Broadway database, and that's a great little resource for you.
Yes, it is.
Bonus question for Adam here. Which ran longer? Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, or It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Superman?
Oh, Spider-Man, I think. It's a Bird, It's a Plane. Superman ran for like nothing.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
Spider-Man amazingly ran for 1,066 performances.
Hey, man, you saw it. I didn't see
I
it.
did see it, yes.
And there were 1,066 injuries.
And it lost $60 million. So, Adam, next time you're going over budgets, talking about shows at Farmer's Alley, just know that you didn't lose 60 million like Spider-Man did.
Thank goodness.
Did you know who directed and produced It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Superman?
Ooh.
You'll never guess.
Well,
It was Hal Prince.
Oh, wow.
I think I'm
Really?
deep down in my brain somewhere. I might.
And that
know
was after he did all this great stuff. It's not like it was the
I
first thing
remember
he
that
ever
one.
did. And it was lyrics by Strauss and Adams.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
All
My
right.
wife didn't know there was an Annie 2
Electric Boogaloo.
in the world until
That is true. We did
also
see
written
that
by
one.
was it written by Charles Strauss too? Or is that
No
Uh,
idea.
Annie too?
Arnon?
No.
I'm not sure. I know there's a
Here's
sequel
another
to Best Little Whorehouse.
Good job, Adam. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I've got another bonus one, and this is just for the audience, if you don't mind. This is one I think that you guys can think in your heads, but audience, go ahead and get those live comments on for this. Okay. What musical has these characters? We'll start with First Policeman, Dr. Selden, Juggler, Penny Sinclair. Any guesses yet? Louise's Friend.
Louise's.
So that might be maybe Louise is a character, I'm not sure. David Bascom.
Got it.
Starkeeper.
Oh, got it.
Mrs. Mullen. Jigger Cragen.
Yeah.
Enoch Snow. We should all know this by now, right? Carrie Pipperidge.
Kinky Boots.
Sorry.
Julie Jordan.
She's a queer one.
She is a queer one. And Billy Bigelow.
Rocky.
Not Rocky, no. So if you're not sure, Denene, what is that one?
Carousel.
Carousel. Yes.
Somebody we wrote as a theater carousel.
Must be Julie.
Didn't
I know.
didn't that character of Carrie start a cookie factory called Pipperidge Farms?
You're dad, aren't you,
Kenny
Jared?
got it.
Yeah.
Very good. Good job, Kenny. Bridget,
Bridget.
Nancy, you all got it by
Nancy.
that night.
Yeah. Sue.
All right, wonderful. So, Adam, that means you're just going first in this next game. And this next game is called Tag You're It. And this is where I'm going to give you a tagline from a Broadway musical, you know, sort of like a line that goes either above the title or below. It's sort of like a
These are
marketing
real
tool.
taglines.
These are all real taglines at some point or other for these Broadway shows. I'm just going to go person to personal. I'll start with Adam, and if he gets it right, then we'll go Dean to Jared, and we'll just go in a circle. Everybody gets a chance if you don't get it. We'll start with some ones I think are kind of easy, and then we'll move on from here.
Got it.
All right, this is for Adam, and this is not on purpose. This is not a coincidence, but the tagline is, America's favorite redhead.
Why
Really?
why would it be a coincidence? Oh, Annie.
Correct. Good job.
I was thinking Tootsie for a second, and then I was like,
My
I get that wrong.
Annie.
All right,
Wendy,
so
fast food.
Denene, here and
Yes.
for you. And if you're at home, play along. Give us your guesses as well. All right, Denene, what musical had the tagline "No Day But Today"?
Could it be Rent?
That is, it could be Rent. Yes, Ashley Bowen's favorite musical, Rent. Just kidding, Ashley. All right, and Jeremy, here's one for you. God's favorite musical.
Book of Mormon.
That is correct. Yes, very good. So that was the easy round, just so you know. These get a little tougher, but there's something you might be able to figure out. All right, we'll go back to Adam for this one. Tagline: Wear your heart on your heels.
Is that Kinky Boots?
That is Kinky Boots.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good. Here's Denene for you. What musical had the tagline "History just got all sexy pants"?
What?
Hamilton?
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
We're
That
gonna
would be a
move over
good
to
one.
Jeremy. Can you steal? Jeremy, History just got all sexy pants.
Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson.
That is correct.
Oh, you
Wow, nice. That's
Nice
a good
steal.
one.
see. I should have known it would be more obscure.
1776.
Yeah, right. A very gritty take.
That was Jeremy, you and Denene both were in 1776
Nice.
when we did it. And if that doesn't make it sexy pants, I don't know what will. So,
That's right.
alrighty. I want to thank Peter Ryapel for sending in that video the other day. And
Yes.
congratulations on his
Yeah.
new post. Artistic
Yes.
director over at Tibbetts, yes?
Yes.
For
Yep.
2021, he's the new artistic director, right?
Congrats,
Yeah,
Peter Wright.
at Tibbetts.
Very good. We got
Tibbetts
some
Opera
good
House.
guesses over here. We'll keep going here. I think we're now back to Adam. What musical had the tagline, "To change the world, it takes a little genius"?
Change the world, it takes a little genius.
I have a guess.
So it takes a little...
3 seconds.
All right. Yeah. Dr. Doolittle. That's not even a stage.
Incorrect. What about you, Denene? Can you steal? To change the world,
Change
it takes
the
a little
world, it
genius.
takes a little genius. And these are definitely musicals, right?
Absolutely.
Elle Woods or Legally Blonde.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Jeremy,
I was thinking Matilda.
you are correct.
Oh, good
Oh,
guess.
Good job, Jer.
Yeah.
We got some in the chats know as well. Good job, Kagan. All right, so we're going to go back to Adam. Back to Adam for this next one.
Hi,
Got it.
Aaron.
His music needed one thing. Her.
oh, I know this.
His music needed one thing. Her.
Oh, it's so bad that I don't know this.
I have a guess.
Is it once? Once?
It is
Yes,
once.
there you
Yes.
go.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Kenny. Kenny got that one right as well. All right, Denene.
Ah, I stink at this. Okay.
Good job, Sue. Here's the tagline. What musical has this tagline? You already know you're gonna love it.
You already
know.
Naked
you're
boy
gonna love it.
singing.
You already know you're gonna love it. Oh no. Cats? No, that's Once and Forever. That's Now and Forever.
Once, all now and forever. Yeah.
That's Now and Forever.
Okay.
Jeremy,
Do you have a guess? You already know you're gonna love it.
See, Whitney said Cats too.
Waitress.
Is this something obvious?
Incorrect. Well, only in its irony. You already know you're gonna love it. Adam.
And it's irony, so it's a terrible show.
Well, just some.
Maybe
Just-
it was a movie first. Is that a clue?
Mamma Mia?
It is Mamma Mia.
Is it?
Yes.
What? Okay. All right.
All right.
Bang bang, baby.
Now we're gonna get to some really tough ones.
Oh, those weren't tough ones.
I mean,
Bring
they
it
were
on.
good.
Maybe I'll know more tough.
Double tough. Double stuff. Okay.
All right. Here you go, Denene. You may get this one. What musical had the tagline, "It will never leave you"?
I have a guess.
Yeah.
It will never leave you. Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
No idea.
Sideshow?
Yes!
That's what I was gonna say.
It will never leave you.
Yeah, well,
I was
good.
going to say Camelot almost, because never I would leave.
Denene, you have the best response to that song. I feel like it was like, they sing "I Will Never Leave You," and I feel like you're like, yeah, duh.
Duh. I was like, you kind of can't. Okay.
Very good.
Nice, very
Nice
good.
pull.
All right, Jeremy. What musical has the tagline, "Drop everything"? Oh, that's my wife. We throw that in there from time to time.
Full Monty?
Correct.
That's perfect.
Nice.
That's
Look at this. I'm so proud of us right now. I can't even tell you.
I'm gonna turn up my light.
very nice, honey.
All right, Adam. Here's one for you.
Right.
Bringing Ugly Back.
Bringing Ugly back.
Bringing Ugly Back.
Is it like? Is it Toxic Avenger? No.
No, Denene for the steal.
Honk.
No.
Ooh,
Oh, it was a good
I know
guess.
you seemed like you knew it. Jeremy.
Young Frankenstein?
All incorrect. Very close. There were some other green creatures on Broadway a while back, and it was a musical I think you directed a few seconds ago. Denene.
Oh.
Duh.
Oh,
All right.
Shrek is more smelly than ugly.
well, bringing Freaky back might have been better. Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right, Adam. Are you ready for
Very good, Kenny.
some one-word taglines?
One word. Okay.
Oh gosh.
What musical has the tagline, "Believe"?
Oh. Is it? I'm gonna kick myself. Is it Frozen? It's not Frozen.
Frozen. No, it is not Frozen.
I have a guess.
Denene, what musical do you think has the tagline, "Believe"?
I have two guesses.
I believe. I believe.
The R. Kelly story?
It's not the Cher. It's not the Cher show.
Believe.
The R. Kelly story?
I don't know.
No, Jeremy, you said you got a couple of guesses. What do you think?
I was going with either The Wiz or Peter Pan.
Oh, well, you were both wrong.
Damn.
No, that is the tagline for Ghost.
Oh, I was gonna say that and I didn't.
Oh,
I should have said it.
Mine are
All
better.
right. So back to Adam.
never. Nobody
Oh, that's
got
a good. Finding Neverland would have been a good guess.
Aaron Starkitcher. Yeah, that'd be going to.
All righty. How about Adam? Seriously?
That's the tagline.
That is the
Wait a
tagline.
second. Is the question mark?
Well, it doesn't have a question mark. It just says seriously. And my guess is that Kenny in the comments is going to know this one.
I'm gonna. Oh, I think I know. maybe.
Oh, okay.
Seriously.
Any guesses?
I
Yeah.
don't know. You're in town. You're in town.
No.
You're in town.
No.
No.
You're in town?
Mean
Doesn't it say
Girls?
seriously on the
Yeah.
post?
Is it
Mean
Mean
Girls?
Girls?
It is not Mean Girls.
Heathers.
No, close. Not Heathers. It actually is an 80s movie, another 80s movie that was turned into a musical. Xanadu.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yes. All right, just a couple more here. We're having fun. These are taglines about love. So why don't we start with Adam? Love wins.
Got a Pretty Woman.
Not Pretty Woman, no. Denene, love wins.
it's like my brain is just going blank. I can't even think of a musical.
Then she gets it right. That's the thing.
Love wins.
Sideshow? You're correct.
I can't. I don't know.
No guesses.
It's,
Jeremy,
isn't it the Phantom of the Opera sequel?
love never,
No,
love never dies.
Oh, crud.
No,
No,
I
it
think
doesn't
you saw
win,
it.
Jeremy. It never dies.
So
Love.
love wins. I
Is
think
it-
you
Oh,
saw
Jekyll
the
and
show.
Hyde. No, that doesn't make sense.
No.
Jekyll and Hyde. Never mind.
No, but it
You-
does include a sporting event, and that musical would be Rocky.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, we did see that.
We
All
did.
right, we're gonna go over to Adam. We've got two more here, and we've got a tie between Adam and Jeremy. Denene, you can catch up here, but we're going to start with Adam.
I'm blank.
This is the tagline for a musical, Adam. The hardest part of falling in love is taking the first step.
Hardest part of falling in love is taking the first step.
Yeah, this is a very clever one. Good job, Bridget, on Rocky.
Is it dance, dirty dancing? No.
Not Dirty
Good
Dancing, no. Good guess, though. Denene, the hardest part of falling in love is taking the first step.
I have a guess, even though I didn't see it.
I can't think of anything.
It's pretty obscure. Jeremy, your guess.
On your feet.
On your feet. Is that
The Gloria
Stefan music? No, it is not. It's going to make sense after I say it, but it's working a little hard.
Give us a hint.
I believe it. Your kids will love it.
Be More Chill?
No, my kids will love it.
I don't know. What is it?
So it hasn't opened yet?
No, it hasn't. My kids actually saw it at the Kalamazoo Civic a few years ago.
Elf?
Nope. The Little Mermaid.
Oh, taking the first step.
Oh.
I
I was trying to think of a dance musical.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more because this is my favorite tagline because it's just, it's so specific. All right, we'll start once more with Adam because nobody got that one. This is the tagline.
Yeah.
A musical about love.
Horrible.
The musical about love.
Rude.
A musical about love.
No, the musical about love.
The musical about
I
love?
don't know. Yes, but
I don't know, dude. I Love You Perfect Now Change. That's not
incorrect. Denene.
I've got two choices.
We'll say one. It's going to be wrong, and then we'll go to Jeremy. When he gets it wrong, go back to your other choice.
Okay. Chorus line?
Chorus line. No, although that would be good. That would make sense.
I'm going to go with The Phantom of the Opera.
That would make sense, too. Did you have another guess, Denene?
If it's a new one, could it be Amelie?
Oh, not Amelie, no. The musical about love, apparently, is The Color Purple.
Oh, I forgot it was musical.
I mean, which I get.
Which I would have loved to see because it was coming here, right, this month.
I think so. Was it?
Like
All right, so that's a bunch of Broadway taglines.
Good game, good game.
Some of them worked and some of them didn't.
Fame.
That was-
These are
that was
good
good.
guesses too.
Yeah, good
See,
guesses.
all these good guesses, which means that taglines are just, whatever, creative, you know what.
Right. They're just made up in a marketing meeting.
Yeah.
And we'll see what sticks. All right. So no winner there. I mean, you all got some correct, but no flat out winner. But that's fine because it's all going to be determined by this final game of the evening, and it's called Last One Standing.
Ooh.
And that's where I'm going to name a category, and we'll go back and forth naming things in that category until you can't think of one or you get one wrong. And the last one standing is the winner. All right?
Great game to play in the car, by the way, if you're in the car.
Yeah, good
Or
idea.
maybe when you're at home,
Yes.
with nothing else to do.
Does it matter that we're currently sitting?
No, last one sitting. There you go. So, since 1961's Best Picture winner, West Side Story, there have been 15 movie musicals nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars.
Got it.
I'm not counting biopics like Ray or Bohemian Rhapsody. You three, we'll start with Adam, have to go back and forth. We'll go to Adam, and then Denene, and then Jeremy, back to Adam. You three, starting with Adam, we'll go back and forth naming these Oscar-nominated movie musicals, not including West Side Story.
So nominated don't have
West Side Story.
Doesn't have to win.
Okay.
Just nominated for Best Picture. Movie musicals that were nominated for Best Picture. Now, hold on. Now, some of them won, and some did not. So this does not include West Side Story. If you make a mistake or you can't think of one, you are out, and the last person in will be named the winner.
Got it.
So, Adam,
Does
starting
this
with
include,
you.
I'm going to spoil things, but I have to question. Does this include animated films too?
If they're musicals, yes.
Okay, but just for Best Picture, not for like Best
Yeah,
Animation.
just if they're nominated for Best Picture,
Got
the big prize of the evening.
Got
So
it.
from
Got it.
1961's West Side Story till now, there have been 15. So
So wait, was a musical first, and then it nominated.
The
it doesn't
movie
have to be a musical. It doesn't matter in which form.
It could have been Singing in the Rain.
Sure,
doesn't
like
have
West Side Story was a musical first, and then it was a movie. And most of these movies, I think, are musicals first, except for a few of them.
Yeah.
So, nominated for Best Picture, a movie musical since 1961. Adam.
Got it. I'll go with the one that won, which was Chicago.
Chicago, yes. Very good. Denene, do you have a musical that was nominated for Best Picture?
I should.
Think of the heyday of the 60s, after West Side Story, maybe what those musicals might have been there.
Yeah,
Most of these are going to take place in that
nominated.
decade.
Nominated for Best Picture, though.
I think if you knock off some of the really popular movies back then, movie musicals, you're going to hit it. Like, I know there was one that your mom directed.
I'm really bad with dates, so.
There's also one that we saw together in the theater too. So.
There's one I think that
can I say Frozen?
You could if that was one that was nominated for Best Picture. It would be eligible, but it wasn't. But I'm going to give you a mulligan right now.
But that still works because even though it's a musical second, if it had been nominated for movie,
it doesn't matter.
Okay,
it doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, I'm very confused.
Doesn't matter. The stage version does not matter. Like maybe there was a musical that was made that your mom directed and Jeremy starred in and grew a big beard for, and your son was in. I think your dad was in it too.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Jeremy grew a long beard. I don't know.
And your mom directed it.
What did you just
Jason
say?
Was in it.
I said Les Mis.
There you go.
Is that with
It's like, have you been having some wine tonight?
No, I can't think of anything.
Guys, she said earlier she can't think of a musical, so this might be a little difficult.
I thought these were going to be details from musicals. Those I know.
All right. Jeremy, go to you next.
Beauty and the Beast.
There you go. Beauty and the Beast. Is that what you were asking for, Adam?
Yes.
Just so you know, that's the only animated one that was nominated.
I know.
All right. All right, Adam, back to you.
Nominated for Best Picture, not Best Musical.
I will go with, I don't think it, well, maybe it did win, A Sound of Music.
Sound of Music, of course. Sound of Music. All right, Denene, I'm going to go back to you.
Okay. Mary Poppins?
Yes, Mary Poppins was nominated. Very good. Very good, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Wonderful. All right, we're doing this right at the top of your noggin there. Jeremy, you're next.
The Cabaret.
Yes, Cabaret was on there.
Of course.
Very good. Did everybody watch Fosse Verdon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
go watch
great.
it. Everyone go watch it. It's really good.
Oh, that was incredible. All right, Adam, back to you.
We'll go with the one that won in 1968. That would be Oliver.
Oliver, yes, very good.
I think Until Chicago was the last one to win.
That may be true. We got some smart people in the audience as well in the comments. Contestants, don't look there because they're putting you to shame.
You said there weren't any other. Oh, that won. How about Lion King?
Lion King. I'm sorry, The Lion King was not nominated for Best Picture.
All right.
That, unfortunately, Denene, is going to eliminate you from this round.
Okay.
But you can still watch along here with us. We can go back and forth between Jeremy and Adam. Jeremy, you got anything else?
A Fiddler on the Roof sounds crazy, no?
It doesn't sound crazy to me. That was nominated. Very good. All right, back to Adam.
I believe, now, was this counted as a musical? All That Jazz?
Yes, I do have that on my list.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. Starring Roy Scheider.
Yes.
Who went to my high school, Columbia High School in Maplewood, New Jersey.
Nice.
Greg. Fond memory.
Oliver, I remember watching that movie Oliver so many times after being cast in it. And I always thought that kid who played Oliver, I was so much better than him.
Oh, yeah. And the kid who played the Artful Dodger, grew up and became an addict or something.
Well, I think most people in that movie did probably.
Greg was talking about how that's how he first met you guys was when You were Oliver in the
That's
Artful
right. The
Dodger.
kids' chorus. There's only about 75 of us in that poorhouse.
Nice and small,
75 kids.
tiny.
Oh my
All
goodness.
right, Jeremy, back to you.
Hello, Dolly.
Was nominated for Best
Yes,
Picture. Yeah.
nice.
That was Barbara, another Barbara.
Barbara
and Walter Matthau.
Walter Matthau, who hated each other.
Mhm.
And a young
Look up the
Michael
stories of
Crawford.
that.
Michael Crawford was Cornelius.
That's true. Adam, you got another one in the hopper?
I believe Dreamgirls was nominated.
Dreamgirls, let me check here. Dreamgirls was not nominated.
Oh no!
Oh my God, Jeremy.
Wait, he's got a name one now.
Okay.
Like
I mean,
spelling bee.
sure.
Okay.
He gave the
It
last.
was not nominated, really?
It was a snub.
Was it one of the years that there were like 10 of them nominated?
No.
It wasn't one of the 10?
No, I'm sorry.
Good movie.
Yes, it is.
I'm surprised.
Jeremy, we're going back to you.
Um,
It was a pretty recent one and some controversy around it. If you can pull that one out thin air.
Oh, God.
really?
Mhm.
I don't want to set you on that path if you're unaware. But Jeremy is our winner, folks. Jeremy is our winner. Good job.
It did win Best Picture for like 1 minute.
That's right.
It won Best Picture for like a minute.
We missed. So what movie
Oh,
was
La
that?
La
Adam?
Land.
La
Wow.
La Land, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's some others we missed.
Man of La Mancha?
Oh, then I'm confused because I thought it had to be.
I gotta go to the live comments and see.
It had to be a Broadway musical.
Yentl?
No,
No.
Oh, I thought.
not just a musical.
Oh,
Any musical.
okay.
My Fair Lady was nominated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Same year as Mary Poppins. The Music Man was nominated.
And that was after West Side Story.
That was after West Side Story.
I believe so. I believe 62.
Wow.
Amazingly, Yentl was not nominated for Best Picture.
Ah.
Look at all these. Was Moulin Rouge nominated?
Yes, Moulin Rouge. We missed that one.
Oh, wow.
Funny Girl.
Funny
Yeah,
Girl.
Yes.
Funny Girl was on there too.
Now, here's a bonus question for you. Can you name a movie that was nominated for Best Picture and then has been turned into a subsequent musical? And this is for the audience as well.
The first thing that came to my mind.
The
The first thing that came to my mind was Hairspray, but I don't know if it was nominated for an Academy Award.
No, it wasn't. The musical obviously came first on that one. Well, there was a movie, and then they turned into a musical, and then the musical turned into a movie again.
Movie, yeah.
Smash.
Any musical that was nominated for Best Picture, that was a movie that was nominated for Best Picture, a non-musical movie,
Then
and then turned into a musical.
Oh,
Something
okay.
like Legally Blonde was then
Like
turned
Mean
into-
Girl.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But that wasn't nominated for Best Picture.
Right. Sunset Boulevard.
Movies that have
Sunset
been-
Boulevard?
Yeah. Yes.
I guess I was thinking before
No,
at the same time frame.
Once was a movie first.
But Sunset Boulevard
But
was a
one
movie.
was not nominated for Best Picture.
Okay.
But we have the Full Monty,
Yep.
Monty.
Tootsie,
Oh, yep.
Rocky, all these ones that we've named already.
Oh, geez, yeah. American in
Color
Paris.
Purple.
Yep.
Catch You If You Can. Yeah.
Yeah, these are all good. I mean, these as far as
Some Like It
nominated for
Hot.
Best Picture, it's possible, but
Some Like It Hot.
Was that nominated for Best Picture?
I think so.
I was doing past that 61 threshold, but The Goodbye Girl also.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Saw
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Little Miss Sunshine was turned
Dude, there's
into
only
a-
like a dozen stories that people just keep telling over and over for the past.
All right, so Jeremy, as our winner,
Yes.
I've decided to dedicate a very, very personal item in this house to you. And every time I look at it, I will now think of you and your victory this evening.
Excellent. What is it?
It is this Audrey 2 plush doll.
Whoa. Well,
That
fitting
look-
anyone.
Since
What is
you were fed into her when you played
I
the dentist in our
was.
performance.
That looks like a mean green mother from outer space.
It
Where did
is.
you get that?
I got it as a birthday present for my family. It's from Funko.
Oh,
I love it.
So there you
So
go.
I get that, right?
That's fit, and that's
No,
fitting.
this is just dedicated to you. I'm
Okay.
still sleeping with it every night, but now I just think of you when I hold it.
Okay.
That's fitting as they're going to remake that again as a movie, right?
Right?
With Chris Evans as
If-
in
if-
your
if-
role. Captain
yeah.
America is your part, Jeremy.
Interesting. Yes. Well,
Like
you know,
American-
he and I are a lot alike, so I can see that for sure.
Well, audience, thank you so much for joining us, and three guests here. Thank you so much for racking your brain for those questions. I told you they were going to be a little
Very good.
tricky.
Good
but,
job, Rob.
Thank you very
A lot
much.
of fun. Thank you, Rob, for hosting. Thank you for producing
Yes.
it.
So
Guys,
yeah.
If the audience, if you have something else that you would like to see, if you love this, let us know. We'll do more of them.
Yeah.
If there's something else you'd like to see, let us know that too.
Yeah, or next week we're going to hopefully get Broadway Battles back on here, and if there are any questions that maybe you want to see our battlers go at, next Sunday is also Easter, so there'll probably be maybe some Jesus Christ Superstar themed questions or Godspell or something like that. So
Something with an egg.
Jeremy,
They're playing again. They're playing the Jesus Christ on NBC, right?
Yeah.
So, folks, if you haven't seen that, see that. That's a great way to get some theater in your life. That's kind of made for television. The John Legend one, it's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites of the live musical versions that they've done.
It is.
Oh, Jeremy just name that tune. Well, that might be a game we'll have to come up with later.
Oh yeah, we could play. Yeah. I would. That would actually be a lot of fun. Give me a couple notes and then I'll do the rest.
Well, again, thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to be back, every Sunday 8:00 until this thing sort of ends here. We hope to just provide a little distraction and say hi. And if you want to support Farmers Alley Theater in any way, you can just go to Farmers Alley Theater's page there, /donate, right on the bottom of your screen right now. We know this is a tough time and we don't know what everyone's doing, but anything is appreciated. We are a nonprofit organization, and I know we're going to be partnering with some really great organizations around West Michigan to help us support the community in a time like this. And so everybody out there, just stay positive, stay healthy, stay inside, and we look forward to seeing you on here for weeks to come, and we'll keep you updated with everything that's going on. Farmers Alley Theater, we can't wait to have you back in the theater, but we want to make sure we do it the right way. And so when we come back for good. Anything from our three contestants before we sign off here?
It's a lot of fun. Let's do it again.
Man.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, and we will see you at the theater.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.